Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing good. Thank you very much for asking. No, I guess I am a little bit cold, but I just taking a little break, relaxing, cuddling up a little bit. I just wanted to first start off. Thank you very much for the supporters and helping us out. I sound from a different country. I don't know why. Some people say I have a pretty thick Minnesotan accent, I guess. There's a couple of things that I just want to start off by thanking you guys and thanking our one of our sponsors for all the t-shirts and the sweatshirts. That's all by Trick Apparel. If you guys need it or want any apparel, hat, t-shirts or sweatshirts, I think they have polos and a couple other things like that. If you go on our website, you can order as you wish. So thank you very much to them. We're looking for a lawyer or attorney, anybody who is willing to help out for the protection of our decoys. Anybody who is, one kind of thought we had is if there's anybody that is looking for that is in law school to be an attorney or a lawyer, that is looking for a little bit of experience, certainly get a hold of us, whether it's Minnesota or Wisconsin. We are looking for an attorney for basically it's just to keep our decoys safe when we end up going to trial, and if the predator testifies. We need to make sure that our decoys stay safe and our hunters stay safe. So any help or any information you guys may have, certainly please message the page and let us know if there's anything that you guys can suggest to us. We do have an event this weekend that one of our hunters is putting on. It's also a non-for-profit organization. It's in New Richmond, Wisconsin. We'll have a few of us hunters and a few of us from Worldwide Predator Hunters there watching and there to support ourselves as they support us. So if anybody is interested in that, it's an all-age event. Again, that's in New Richmond. It's Afterlife Tattoo and Music Festival in New Richmond. That is... It's a free concert. Tattoos for $25. It's not a permanent tattoo. It's just fun for all ages. So if anybody wants to go to that, we can get you some more information if you message the page on that as well. If anybody is interested in donations of old phones, tablets, laptops, things of that nature for our decoys, we are certainly taking. We take donations as well, as far as any of that goes to the P.O. Box. So if you guys are interested in donating anything of that, just message the page and we can get you the P.O. Box for that. Again, we're non-for-profit, so anything helps at this point to help get these predators off the streets and keep these kids safe. No, there's as of right now, there is no bus tonight. One thing I want to touch up on a little bit is to keep in mind we may not have bus every day. We may not have bus multiple times a week. But one thing we want to make sure you guys keep in mind is that we got to make sure that we have enough in our chat logs on these guys to prosecute them. If we don't, basically what we're doing is there's no point. We're not here to just only expose these guys. We're actually also here to get these guys behind bars and get them off the streets, and get them prosecuted. If we don't have enough to prosecute them, we won't hunt them down and expose them. It kind of defeats the purpose. So I know a lot of people want to see as many as possible, and we certainly are trying. A lot of us, with it being not for profit, I mean, we all work full-time jobs, and I can tell you most of us hardly sleep. We're up day in and night trying to get as many predators off the streets as we can. Amy, we have decoys that are online, and they these men talk to our decoys, and once they reach out to our decoys, we basically just tell the decoys will tell them their age, and they still think it's okay to talk to them, and just kind of goes from there. And once there's enough in our chat logs, they send it over to the hunters, and we take care of it from there. And without the decoys, we wouldn't have the hunt even the day of the hunt, because we need to make sure that they can help decoy these guys to us. And there's not always, Bobby, there's not always an arrest made. You know, we got to try, and what we're shooting to do is try to get all cities and all counties to do exactly what Glencoe, the city of Glencoe, did for us the other day on that bust. And unfortunately, not all of them want to work with us like that. They don't take it quite as serious. And then once we get the bust, and then once they see all the chat logs, then they want to prosecute them. So then by then it's too late. So not all the time are they willing to work with us, which is unfortunate, but we're trying really hard to get the police stations and counties to be working with us. And that's exactly it, Jennifer. We're not here for high numbers. We just want to get these predators off the street, and the reason why we go live is because we want to keep you guys updated on these guys. We know that you guys really want the updates, and you guys want the updates on us as well, to figure out what we're doing and see what we have coming up. As far as that goes, all I can say is keep watching the page. And anytime we go live, we will make sure you guys know about it. And if there's a bus coming up, we usually like to let you guys know through a post on the page first, and then that way you guys can kind of prepare yourselves to watch it. Absolutely, Angela. Safety is definitely huge for us. There are more pages that do it, Dory. There are more predator hunters. We are one of the only ones that is a non-for-profit organization, and we are working on our 501c3 to become our paperwork for our non-for-profit organization. We are in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Washington, and Michigan, and Florida at this time. Within any of them states and any of the rest of the 50 states, we are looking for all hunters, decoys, and anybody that wants to help. It does not only have to be Minnesota and Wisconsin. Like I said, we've got hunters in four states. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states. I had to count that for a second. So we certainly are looking for hunters in all the rest of them. Thank you very much for all the support, guys. Absolutely. And like I said, if anybody is interested in donations of tablets or computers, I mean, even if it's something old but still has Wi-Fi, you know, we don't need anything special. We don't need anything fast and extravagant. All we need is something that we can get these guys off the streets with. So we if anybody's interested in that, a donation, just message the page, and we have a P.O. box you can send that to. Stephanie, as far as that Barron County, looking for her, we certainly could offer up some help. I don't exactly know what we could do on that. I know, of course, we're keeping an eye out, and one thing maybe we could do is post her picture and make her picture go viral on our page. As far as if the founder and co-founder are watching or listening, maybe they can kind of chime in on that. I'm thinking that is probably a good idea, so we'll look into that for sure, Stephanie. Absolutely, bikers do a lot of public works, that's for sure. Everybody's entitled to their own comments and concerns. The negative stuff, if you guys don't want to be a supporter of us, we don't need the negative comments as well. So please be respectful. We're out here putting our lives at risk to try and keep these children safe. We don't really need to have the negative comments about us. Absolutely. In fact, Stephanie, we are looking for somebody in Washington as we speak. So if you are interested in decoying and or hunting, please do message the page, especially Washington. We are looking, oh, that's Wisconsin, I'm sorry. Either way, yes, either way. We are definitely looking for hunters and for decoys in all cities, states, and counties. So if you are interested, please do message the page and we can get you going from there. Yeah, I seen that. Sorry, Stephanie. Thank you, Brittany. We the founder and the co-founder have done a great job on this organization, and we're doing it is it's getting bigger and bigger daily. I mean, we're taking new hunters and new decoys on all the time, and we're keeping in touch with as many police departments as we can to try and get them to work with us. We know that one thing a lot of people have made the comment, why don't you let the police department do their work? Well, here's the thing: is police departments do not have the funding to pay for decoys to be doing this stuff. They already pay for decoys for prostitution and for drugs, so they can't afford to have more decoys on. And every police department, most police departments will admit that and say that to you. That's why we do it. We're not doing it for recognition. We're not doing it for publicity. We're doing it to keep our kids safe. Sean, there's a lot of parents that want their kids protected. I guess I don't really know how to respond to that. Um, uh, I don't really know how to respond to that. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't mean that we're still we wouldn't want to protect them from these predators. I seen that, Stephanie. They will get back to you as soon as they can. Um, our I seen that you messaged me or messaged us, and but just keep in mind we get thousands of messages a day and comments and concerns, so we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. John, if you watched the last video of the bus a couple of days ago, and we didn't even get to expose him. We got to watch. We lured him into the police officers, and they surrounded him and arrested him. That was down in Glencoe, Minnesota. So if you want to watch that one, believe me, we want to get an arrest on every single one. But like I said, there's a lot of police departments that aren't willing to work with us the way Glencoe, the city of Glencoe did. They really, really pulled through on what they did, and it helped out a lot, and we're trying the best we can to get the rest of the cities and counties to help us the way they did. Sandy, there is, as long as you're 18 or older, you can be a decoy. Decoy is basically, they talk to they're the ones who get these guys to start talking, these predators, and get them to offer up sexual activities, I guess is the best way to put it. And once they get their, once we get enough in the chat logs, then they give it to us and we can go in for the bust. So basically, if you have a tablet or a phone or a computer, you know, the decoy is what can get you set up with them, and then then you just basically talk to these predators and get them set up for us. Absolutely, a huge shout out to Glencoe on that. Nathan Thomas, yes, if you would like to message the page, we can probably get you set up, certainly. We're always looking for more people. Well, Amy Bauer, there's most, and not all of us on the team have stories from when we were young, and or family members that do, or friends, and that's the most inspiration we need, is just to keep the kids safe, because unfortunately, I believe that a lot of predators become predators after they have been assaulted at some point in time in their life. And I believe that that's why they become predators. Unfortunately, it's in their mind the rest of their life, and they never seen counseling or had seeked help for that. So we want to try and prevent that from happening beforehand, especially. Sean, I wish I knew the answer to that too. But you know, you can't ever keep, you know, anybody in life, just like anybody in anything in life, you can't keep everybody happy, and that's kind of where it stands with us. I mean, if you don't agree with what we do, and if you think that it's that's fake, that's your opinion. But of course it is not. That's why we put it on video, to show you guys. And the exposure of these predators is definitely highly important to us, to expose them. Our exposure is not exactly the most, it's not important. That's not what we're here. We're not here to be on TV and on camera or anything like that. It's to get these guys exposed so you guys know what they look like, and also to help parents realize that give your kids tablets and phones and all that at a young age, but try the best you can to keep track of it and look at it, see what they're doing, because they get curious and they go on these sites. Honestly, most of these sites, I would have had no idea about any of them until I came with Worldwide Predator Hunters, and the decoys had told me those sites they use. It's pretty crazy. It's definitely nothing we would ever think of. Perfect, Nathan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Robin, we're just I just wanted to try and let everybody know that we have an event coming up this weekend. It's not an event for us, but it's an event for one of our hunters. He's also a non-for-profit organization for people suffering with depression. So we want to help him out. That's Afterlife Tattoo and Music Festival. It's in New Richmond this Saturday. It's from noon to midnight, free concert. It's all ages event. And then also just wanted to let everybody know if anybody's has an old phone, tablet, computer, anything of that nature, if you guys want to donate it, it doesn't need to be anything special, just to help us out with our decoys and to help. A lot of times they like to take phones and dump them for evidence when in cases like this. So we like to have as many phones as we can to try and help out with that. Stephanie, let me talk to the founder about that, and we'll try and get something up on the page. Certainly get you at least a few of them that we know of. To be totally honest with you, I highly doubt we know all of them because there's a lot more than people would think, but we can certainly try and help you out with that, absolutely. That is very right, Jennifer. Absolutely true. If you're relating to the event, we might go live there, because not only are we making an appearance so that we can kind of for ourselves, but we want to get the word out there for his organization as well. So we might go live for there too. Absolutely, Jennifer. That's very good point. Anything with a chat log. You know what? The other thing is too is there's these. I can get more information on it. I don't know a whole lot of the information on it, but there's texting apps that you can use, and it gives them a different phone number, but they're still texting off of their phone. It's another good way for them to hide things from their parents. So watch out for texting apps. Basically any app that's on their phones, go through it, see what it is, see what it's about. You know, I mean, they're all over the place. So, Hannah, we'll give you guys an update again tomorrow as far as that event. We still got to speak with the event holder. Like I said, he's one of our hunters. He's an artist. He's got a couple CDs coming out, and we'll have information on that site if anybody is interested in helping his organization out as well. So if we'll put that up tomorrow, and then I'll let you know if we're gonna go live as well too, Hannah. Yep, text free is one of them. There's but one of many, one of a lot. But the thing of it is too, I mean, I would say, this is my opinion, and from what I know, Facebook is the safest one there is. Pretty much, you know, any of the other dating sites, even the most popular ones that people are using nowadays, definitely watch out for those. Again, guys, if there's any donations you guys are willing to, that you would like to make, just go ahead and go on our Facebook page there, and just message us, and we can get you a P.O. box. Any donations are welcome. We're not here for money. We're here for devices that we can use. Yes, Stephanie, that is another thing that we're kind of looking into as well, because that is another thing we're learning a lot about is the online gaming stuff. I couldn't believe once I had found out how big that is too. That's pretty crazy and sick. But yeah, keep in mind on that, guys. Xbox Live, PlayStation Live. I don't know what I don't do video games, so I don't know if I'm saying this right, but any video games that you can go that are online, even computers, that is another big one too. If again though, if there's anybody, especially out of state of Wisconsin and Minnesota, if you guys are willing to or looking to help for either decoying or hunting, certainly message the page. We really do need to find some people out in the state of Washington and in Michigan. We've got a couple hunters out there, but we're looking for more help for them guys. We usually like to have a minimum of 3 hunters per bust for our safety. We are working on not exposing these guys. That could potentially happen, but we have to get the police departments on board with us as well. So getting them on video and getting them exposed is definitely important for us until we can get the police departments involved. Rachel, from what I understand with computer games and anything that is online gaming, the best way to put it, they like each other's voices. Then they start to get to talking a lot. They game a lot. They add each other on Facebook. And you never know what the age is of any of them, because sometimes they don't do Facebook. They do Kick. They do these texting apps. And then next thing you know, you find out that it's an adult male with an underage boy or girl, you know. I mean, it can happen anywhere on them gaming apps. I've heard of Twitch, Jennifer, but I haven't heard much about it. I'm not even sure what it is. See, that's why that's for our decoys. We try to get as much knowledge as we can from the decoys, because we will not put them on live camera. So we'll get as much information on these sites as we can, and we'll go live in the next couple of days here, or even maybe tomorrow, and we'll let you guys know as much more information as we can. Robin, as far as the bust down in Glencoe, the only thing that we have is that he's got court on December 21st, I do believe. And he is and we got his charges. Let me see here. I have it in my notes. He's got 5 counts of solicitation to a minor, and then he's got 1 count of attempt 3rd-degree sexual conduct. Court is on the 21st, and he is not allowed to have contact with children, indoor schools, other than his own daughter. And that's what we have for an update for now. The police department of Glencoe did an excellent job. They helped us out big time on that bust. We were able to work together, and that was an extremely good bust. We're working to get all the police stations to do that, because then we can see more arrests on these guys and get them behind bars. Absolutely, Jennifer. Check everything. Check all the devices that, anything that can go online, essentially, or send a text message, really. There's some things that we have been told, that I personally have been told, that kids are getting throwaway phones, or prepaid phones, rather, from Walmart and things of that, and hiding them from their parents as well. Kids unfortunately think it's cool to be with an older man or an older woman, depending upon the situation. So they think it's okay. They don't know the seriousness of it, and that's kind of where the parents step in. But unfortunately, kids can be pretty good at hiding things. I agree, Robin. That is absolutely agree with that. I wish I knew. He had a $300 cash bail How it was only $300 is beyond me. We had talked to the court administrator. We talked to the chief of police down there. It's beyond me. I don't know. I wish I had more answers to that. I really do. It's just this, it's crazy how the court system works. There's my puppy. Thank you very much, everybody, for your support. We will give you some more updates either tomorrow or Saturday, and we'll let you know if that event in New Richmond is going to be live. If anybody can make it to that event, awesome. Otherwise, if anybody is interested in helping us out as well, make sure you message the page. I see we had a few people message the page, so thank you for that, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you guys, and have a great night.